Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here is your final market report for 2022. We have a slaughter-only cow sale December the 19th, that's next Monday, but this week wraps up regular sales. And man, did we have some cattle come in here Sunday. Things have changed around. I guess people can't find anybody to work during the week, or they're trying to do their work on the weekends, but we have 75 lots that were turned in on Sunday for Monday's sale. I think when we got here Monday morning, there were close to 700 head of cattle under the barn. So Monday turned out to be a big day, and that's kind of the trend. We've been seeing more numbers on Monday. We had 1,800 and some odd head on Monday, and close to 1,300 head, I believe, on Tuesday. So for the week, it ended up being pretty good. Those numbers compared to last year, on Monday's report, we had 1,834. Last year we had over 1,000 this time last year, so it's quite a difference there on Monday. And on Tuesday, that we had 1,241, and last year we had 1,300, so that's pretty close. But it was a good sale to wrap up the year. We had some really good cattle here. I know I'll leave somebody out, but just to mention a couple, L7 that sells with us. That's the Dare boys over there in Lake Placid. They sell their cattle right here through Okeechobee Livestock Market because they like the way we do business and they get treated fairly, and they know that they're going to get top dollar for their calves. That's what they tell me. They've only been selling here for about 50 years, and they keep bringing them, but they've got good cattle, Charolais and Angus, mostly Charolais cross. Their calves weighed around 400 pounds or a little over, and I think the steers averaged $1.90. And the heifers were about $1.65 or 70. I can't remember exactly, but boy, were they tickled with their check. That was some good cattle there. JL Farms, John Larson brought in some real good calves, and I know he was tickled to death with his check. Those cattle were a little bit bigger, kind of mixed breeds, but good quality, and they weighed around 500 to 600 pounds. A lot of those calves brought $1,000. Who else? Another one. I saw one at Wofford, visited with her. She had some good little black calves that came through the ring, and they were good quality. Mosquito Ranch here east of Okeechobee had some really good calves. The owners are absentee owners, but Marciano Sanchez does run the operation there, and those guys were tickled, and they have a good program, good ranch, good cattle. And quality pays. Even when the prices are lower, if you've got good quality calves, they're always going to sell better. And when the prices are getting higher the way they are now, they're just leaps and bounds above anything else. The Brammer type calves, the Holstein crosses, the number 2 quality calves are still just at the bottom of the rung, even though demand and prices, when the top level rises, it brings along and drags up with them the bottom. Kind of they ride on the coattails of the number 1s. But demand is good, and I wrote in the market report we're ending 22 on probably the highest prices of calves we've seen in a long time, and it looks like 2023 probably should take off right where we left off, and it should do good. Meat is selling, demand is good. Seems like inflation's cooled off a little bit. Don't know how the economy's going to play out. There's still a lot up in the air there. I know gas prices are coming down, which is helping people have a little bit more discretionary income to, instead of maybe buying hamburger, they can go buy a prime rib. But the front end cuts on the box beef cutouts, the prime ribs and those front end cuts of meat are selling higher, and they're going up with good demand for this holiday season. And some of the articles I read after the holidays, where you get rid of the turkey and the ham and people go back to, not the traditional turkey and ham dinners during the holidays, they'll go back to beef, and it should pick up even after that. So meat's moving at a high price, and people are buying it, and that's good for us. But the supply is down, it's limited, inventory is lower than it's been in a long time. And this market kind of runs in a 10-year cycle. and we're back to a high level. The last one we saw was back in 2014 and 2015 when prices were so good, and so we're at the very beginning of this high cycle. We hope it's going to trickle down to the ranchers. The feedlots are selling cattle at a pretty high level, maybe a record high level. I'm not sure, but they're close to it. They're going to be bumping $1.60 for fat cattle coming out of the feedlots here before long. I know they're selling some there around $1.57, $1.58. So all that's looking pretty good. The calf market was considerably higher. 4-weight calves, like I said, we're bringing up there around $2, and the 5-weight calves around $1.80, and the 6-weight's about $1.60, maybe bumping $1.70. So it's all looking like it's going to be pretty good. We just want to say thank you to all of our customers. We got some pecans from Likes Brothers. Flint, thank you guys. Hardly a week goes by here at the market that y'all don't send something to us. Rollins Ranch, a big outfit that always sends stuff to us. I know it's not their front end, but they got to have a place to market the things that they don't ship to their feedlots, and that's why we're here. We've got a lot of customers that are on the smaller end that maybe have 30 or 40 head, and they use our market, and they sell #1 good quality calves. Another group that does a lot of business with us that I'd like to say thank you to is the Indian River Cattlemen. The Indian River Cattlemen's Association's having their annual get-together tonight. They have a really nice Christmas party with an auction, fundraiser for their association. Rob Tripson's called me, Will Barker called me, Tommy Herndon called me. I don't know, everybody, they just want you to come, because when you come, Will said, we want you to come because it'll give us a little bit more integrity. And I laughed at that. Anyway, he's a funny guy. But those guys do a lot of business with us, and we sure appreciate them over there in Vero Beach and in that area. There's not a week that goes by that some of them aren't here, and they've got good cattle in that old part of the world where Florida first got its cattle over there on that east coast, that first coast. That's where it all started from, and they're still hanging in there. And it just takes a little bit of everybody, and everybody's got their own programs, but the guy with the 30 and the 40 head of cattle, they're holding this dirt together here in Florida and trying not to get it paved over or concreted up and put houses and buildings on it. We're trying to keep it as green and open as we can, and we'll do our part and you do yours. We hope everybody has a great holiday. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year to you and your family, and everybody be safe, and we'll be back open regular sales Monday, January the 2nd. We had some high prices this week, and we're bumping that $3 for a little calf, and we haven't got there, but we had two guys, but the one that had the biggest calf weighed 210 and brought $297.50 right there at $3. That calf belonged to Charles Conley in Felda, and Foy Reynolds Cattle bought that little feller. And man, we're going to get that $3 calf. I know we're going to get it next year. On the slaughter cow side, double C-Bar, the Chapmans up there in Kenansville, longtime sellers here at Okeechobee Livestock Market with those good Brammer cattle they have, had a cow weighed 1,235 pounds, and she brought 83 cents. She was bought by Brown Packing. That's your market report. We'll see you in 2023. Thank you.